Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Lee?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Lee.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Brunch.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Lee. We are the Munch Brunch UK. Lee, tell them what we have on the menu today.
Hey Mo, we have a double waffle, cheese and double cheese burger with jumbo sausages. So
Yes.
it's a cheese, one of them quarter pounder burgers with bits of cheese in. Then there's more cheese added on top. Then there's two waffles. Then there's a jumbo sausage, two jumbo sausages cut in half, added in between.
Salad and homemade chips.
Sorry.
How are we all on this rainy Saturday afternoon? Sunday even. Sunday. I thought it was Saturday.
It's bank holiday. I'm throwing you off.
It really is. Actually, I genuinely thought it was Saturday. But it's awful weather here. We're not in Morecambe.
No,
We had a family dispute.
we had a bonkers couple of days, guys. From literally about 3 hours kip, lots of travelling. I say lots of travelling, like 4 hours worth of travelling back and forth on a train. Crazy couple of days, and now we're back in Blighty, as they say. Well, that's England, isn't it? Blighty. We're back home in our hometown, and back with family, other family, because the other family we fell out with one of them, so now we've come back to this family.
I wonder if you can guess who.
But we're not going into that today.
No, can't be bothered with that type of person. Any
This is the
who's
sausages. It's quite big from Lidl. Look, fairly decent size.
huge. They're fairly decent. They're huge. Anyone remember these when we was kids?
What chips?
Potato
Oh,
waffles.
waffles. Yeah. I don't think you get a particular make of them. I don't think these like birds. I might be wrong.
They're so lovely. Most of them with baked beans. But on the picture it's a fried egg. What do you reckon?
I should have done an egg, but they don't have the time.
I meant for the sausage.
Sausage is good. We've done a little vlog, which I'll show you. It's meant to be a whole weekend's worth of vlogging. We only got done one day.
We went on Friday, come back Saturday.
But on the vlog, went for a Wetherspoons breakfast. That is good quality food.
Yeah, it is.
You wouldn't think it'd be in Wetherspoons. But yeah, alright.
Good value for money. So, for a large breakfast, it was like about £5, something I think. You'll see it on the
With
blog
a
book.
drink, because you like endless,
Unlimited drinks, yeah.
yeah, refillable hot drinks. I think I'm like £14 odd, but that was because I had an extra slice of toast. And then...
You could have had mine.
But I didn't know till I already bloody ordered one, did I? She said, you could have just had my extra one, you know. So I ended up with 3, and I only had one of hers. So I could have saved 90
I'll
pence.
tell you what though. You know, guys, I'm a bit funny with bread, but that was beautiful, wasn't it? That quality of toast.
Yeah, I don't really know what kind of bread it was, but whatever they're using is pretty good going. But we ate out twice on Saturday. Can anyone guess where else we ate the second time? Back at Wetherspoons. Not by choice. My mum said, I'll buy you dinner. We thought it was going to a 5-star cuisine restaurant. We ended up at Wetherspoons again. Which to some people is 5-star cuisine, I guess.
That dinner was lovely. Like half a chicken in lemon sauce with a garlic dip.
Yeah,
and you can have it with spicy rice or chips or something else, which was so lovely.
The plan was to go out last night for drinks. So on Friday, it was Friday we went out for dinner. I was like, hey, my stomach's a bit funny. I'm going to eat healthy, as in terms of now chips and burgers, which I would have normally had. I was like, I'll get what you have. We had this half a chicken. I had it really nice.
I would have chose that anyway, because that's just my type of thing, but...
Yeah, not for me, though. But I enjoyed it. It was quite good.
Lee normally orders like a burger, didn't you, in empties like
Yeah, stuff like Wetherspoons or not. Today we was meant to go and see a scarecrow show. It's probably a good job we didn't go, because I didn't tell him that there was some hills to walk up and down. I don't do hills. And I was told, there are some hills. We won't tell him about the footwear. I was like, we won't tell him about the hills, because we won't not going if we tell her. So we didn't go anyway.
Look, there was also a food festival on.
Yeah.
I would have preferred to go to that.
I think we'd have done everything. But the weather turned as well. It was meant to. They said on the forecast, they got it once right, rather, for once.
It was beautiful.
No, they said though last week or 2 weeks ago, your dad told us, you're going to have nice weather for the rest of April. There'll be no bad weather in the UK. And we didn't. 1st of May, it's piss down all day. What's the chances?
There's our window. It's just grey, wet, miserable.
It's not
Horrible.
very nice.
What have you been doing over the bank holiday? Let us know. Have you had good weather wherever you are? It might be across the pond. However, so we went, as you'll see in the vlog, we went down the front on the prom. Went into Costa, and I was like, I see online all the time about these people trying these new things. Oh my goodness, I could do a little dance.
Yeah.
I tried to, Frostino.
Frostino.
And it was like a strawberry and cream one with cream on the top. And all I can describe it to you as, and what is it? You ever had a strawberry muller rice? It just tasted like that. It was,
What did you compare it to at first? I was like, that can't be right.
a Heinz steamed strawberry pudding.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
It was the sauce on the top. It did taste a little bit. Muller rice pudding. Oh my goodness.
It's really good.
It was. Even you liked it, didn't you?
But they do different ones. They do like a mint one.
A Belgian chocolate, salted caramel.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of any chocolate drink in the slightest, so that wouldn't appeal to me. But the mint one sounded nice, refreshing.
So we're going to get another one next time we go, which will be soon. My mum would love that. But they're like, you know, these new strawberry shake things that you get from all over, like the takeaways. This was immense. It was lovely. £3.90, it was huge as well.
Yeah, bloody lovely.
And I chose to Newfoundland.
Yeah, we did do a lot of dog watching. So many dogs in Morecambe. You see it's on the vlog. Have any of you been in the situation we find ourselves in? Again, we're not going into detail because it's not to do anyone, but family disputes. It's way worse than when you fight your mates.
I think Lou's been a bit unkind here, guys.
Why?
I think you need to give them a little bit of an insight, because that's, you know, when people do that.
Yeah, but I don't want people knowing too much about us.
No, you know, on Facebook they go, God, it's terrible, something really bad has happened. And everyone's like, what is it then? Just say, if you're going to put it on Facebook, just say what it is. We just had an argument with Bob. Let's face facts. We just did. We had an argument with Bob because he was being an absolute knob.
Yeah, Bob the knob was being a knob. But I don't want to go into slighting people on here and stuff like that. Luckily, none of you know him as far as I'm aware. But yeah, it was just really awkward.
He was just very sarcastic. A really bad time.
Yeah, it was emptying my granddad's house yesterday.
It was very uncalled for.
Yesterday was emptying my granddad's house for the last time. Well, it hasn't been emptied completely. It's the last time I'll be there to empty it. It's the last time I'll ever go in the house whilst all these possessions are still intact.
Yeah.
And not, you know, when I go next time, some of it will have been sold on or moved out or whatever. So it's like lots of pictures there. I've been there for all my life and memories and stuff. And it was just a really awkward moment for someone to be arsey all day. So
it was just constant nitpicking. You know, and then people who just nitpick, times it by 1 billion. That's what Bobby's like.
Yeah, so by the end I was like, we got to go. We have to just go. And the shame is, sad thing is, it's my dad's birthday tomorrow. And we was meant to go and stay at my dad's today and go home tomorrow. And we was just that angry and wound up and upset. It was like, we both agree we have to go home. We don't feel comfortable.
It wasn't the situation where we could have stayed there for sure. It ended up being a bit shouty towards the end, and it just wasn't appropriate.
So it's a shame for my dad though, because he was looking forward to seeing me on his birthday tomorrow. We'll see him next weekend because this is the awkward part. I'm going to my mum's dad's funeral, yet I'm staying at my dad's, who might not have been going, but he's going now, I think. And I'm not going to be going with my mum, which is really awkward. And
it's an unfortunate situation, but that's a bit of a background little thing. But family disputes, I mean, I've had them in my family. My mum fell out, my mum's sister, like my auntie, even though there was no need for it. And like, you get to a point where there's no resolving some situations. There's no coming back. We've been here before with him. This is a several time situation where we fell out. However, this has been the worst one. And as a bystander, obviously I'm not a bystander to the family, but somebody who wasn't related to Lee's granddad, it certainly was not a time to be nitpicking, completely knocking Lee, completely being an absolute idiot, driving off, leaving him in car parks. Oh, it's just stupid. And I think, well, you know, after such a horrible event, disaster with his granddad, that's the least time to test people's patience. But my goodness, he tested the bloody patience of a saint.
Yeah, so we come back, and so altogether over the last few days we spent a lot of money on train fare. Trains are expensive, guys. What the hell? And then there was this bloke who's a driver or like a ticket man or whatever. And he finished his shift and we've got to talk to him because...
Did we?
I ain't got talking to him.
Because he wouldn't stop talking and Lee just wasn't talking at all.
I was too wound up to talk. So we got in our train, we booked tickets, literally, I was walking out my mum's front door, I was giving her a hug and getting our bags out the door, and he didn't have a ticket for the train. I was booking them online. I was walking towards the taxi like, shit, we need to actually book a ticket for the train. Ran back in.
Didn't even book it, did we?
Ran back in, got a bit of Wi-Fi, rather than mess around with data, booked the ticket, got on the train, we had the reserved seats, but chances at 5 getting a seat on a Saturday is impossible.
And blimey, wasn't it bloody rammed?
Yeah, it was proper packed.
However, we actually, for all the trouble we had and the stress, and I mean, I'm not joking, guys, just to give you an example, that's the worst stress you can have, that's the least. We was about there. We was on that brick, like, oh my God, it was that shaky kind of stress, you know? I'll give the train, the gods were watching down on us. We actually had a smooth ride back. Like, we had to go from Preston to Crewe. And after Preston, we managed to get a seat, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we had to change at Crewe. And then we got a seat. Bear in mind, we had a fair bit of... I don't know where we do this. We was only going for a few days. But we ended up with what looked like a 2-week holiday.
Obviously, because my granddad's house been cleared, there's a lot... The mum said, anything you want, you can have. And that's where some of the issues started.
I've got a wicker washing basket and a chair.
So we was like, okay, we'll have these few things. We'll store them at my mum's house until we have a move up there, which is the plan. Or we can get them down here. And we ended up bringing some of the stuff back, which we wouldn't have brought back because it was a mad rush. Like, we'll just grab what we can and get going. Get on the train. Got seats reserved. Can't get to our seats because we've got luggage and there was no way getting a rack to put them on. And then this train driver or conductor finished his shift. He's like, oh, God, I don't know what he was on about. But basically saying he was off to the casino that night. Now this is where I've got a question for you. I don't go to casinos. Right? Do any of you go to casinos? Are you a bloke? Do you do this to your missus? He was just like to brag, I think. He was like, I've done 20 minutes work. They called me in on my day off to do one journey from Preston to Lancaster, on to Morecambe, back to Lancaster, then back to Preston. And
it cost him like... Yeah, like nearly just short of 400 quid.
Yeah, so I've had £380 for like 20 minutes work. Oh, it's amazing. I was like, it's not bad if you can get it, mate. That's what I was thinking. And he said, yep, I'm going to get in for like 6 o'clock and then get to this home for 7 and then have my dinner, have a quick shower and then be out by 8 down the casino. He said, I won't leave till 6:30 in the morning. I was like, I can't fucking do that. I couldn't stay out till 6:30 in the first place, let alone get away with doing that to Aim. And I think I turned to him and said, what about your missus? Like, because he had a wedding ring on or something. He's like, oh, don't worry about her. I'm taking her with me. And that keeps her quiet. That stops her from getting angry.
He gets her pissed.
Yeah, gets her a meal. And then
takes
sends her home.
In a taxi. And then she's happy because she probably goes home and goes to bed or carries on drinking, watching a film. And then he stays there.
That's the sort of money you need to... Oh, I couldn't do that in a casino. I was talking to his dad, I told him that story. I said, yeah, he goes to the casino till 6:30. And he's like, oh, they're good, but they're a lot of money. A lot of money. It's like, yes, yeah, and I hate losing money, so you won't find me in a casino anytime soon.
This is good.
It is a good burger. But you took the waffle out as well for the fun.
You like chips and potatoes and all that business. I like waffles.
These are good sausages, you know.
These are bloody lovely. I think I've only ever been in one casino.
I went in one once.
Called the Rubicon. And I only went because the clubs had shut and all my friends wanted to carry on drinking, so we went in.
I went... Well, before I met him, this was... I was with some... It wasn't a casino, it was a casino night in a club or a bar or something, and they had an upstairs bit, and they had like a few roulette tables, so... And to get you in through the door, it was like, here, have some free chips. I was like, food? I'm in. I thought they had a bowl of chips. They didn't. It was like some chips for a game of roulette. And I went up there with my mates who had my friends from back then. So what do you do then? He's like, I don't know. I don't know either. Let's just watch what everyone else does.
17 black.
God knows. I think I'll just give mine away. I was like, does someone want these for in exchange for a drink? And somebody give me a drink and I'll give them the chips. That was it. Never been back since.
I have to say, Lidl, as you know, ran out of salad. So we had to go to Tesco for the tomatoes. They're the best tomatoes I've had in months. You know when you get a really good tomato?
No. I don't eat tomatoes, so it wouldn't happen.
Missing out.
Talk about clubs and partners. We are somebody we know. We're not really so much friends with them now. I'm not going to name names, don't need to. But a lot of years ago, I was on a night out with a couple. Got to the end of the night, and that's it. End of the night for me. Like I'm thinking food about 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30, 3 o'clock. We'll come out of this club, and across the road there was a strip club. Never been in one in my life, hand on heart, never. I'm really interested in it.
The same region as a casino.
It's still open, ain't it? It stays up until like God knows what time. And the bloke and his missus like, let's go to the strip club. And like we was with him, not going there, but they assumed we were going to go. And I was looking at him like, it's a bit awkward. I don't feel cool going to a strip club with my missus.
Where we are, years ago, that was the thing to do. So when Walkabout finished, you'd go over the road and you'd go to the strip club. Not my dad. Not my dad's in the kitchen washing up.
No, it's me.
But yeah, she did do that a lot.
Would you be cool with your partner going to a strip club with
Yeah, but
you,
they was cool
or
with
not?
a lot more things in stripping, let me tell you now. Involving their best friend.
Aye, when you go, it makes no sense.
It means like, you do. It means like,
How's your father?
Yeah, you can't talk about that.
Yeah, I won't get involved in that sort of business. It gets complicated. Don't you bring your mates into the situation?
It really did, though. Because my friend, well, they're both my friends, but the wife of who he was talking about, she was like, are you looking at her, like, do you actually like her then now? And I was like, oh my goodness, you can't go along and go and sleep together, all of you, and then worry about his feelings after that, because you shouldn't have done it in the first place if you're going to get jealous.
We didn't watch the programme.
Not them.
No. We was watching Gogglebox a few weeks ago, and a lot of you might have seen the programme that was on a Friday evening, I think.
Oh, that was just too far, Tony.
It was like about an open house, not an auction house, but an open house where couples were going on this documentary thing, and there was like all couples who were interested in being swingers or were swingers or whatever.
Oh, it was like to see if it would be better, more fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of young couples, good-looking couples, and like that don't look very believable. Where's sticky buddy Lou and buddy Dave, Dirty Dave? You know, imagine that swingers being like women and men in the 60s and 70s. But these are young people anyway. And there was this bloke, and he was like, yeah, I want a threesome with my missus and another woman.
That was hilarious.
They filmed this. I don't know the hell they got away with filming it and put it on Channel 4.
I mean, my mum watches Gogglebox.
Back in the day, Channel 4 didn't get any worse than Brookside. Like, that was as explicit as you got.
Euro Trash, was it called? Something like that.
Now they'll show anything. Big Brother did that to the world. Anyway.
That's coming back.
Is it? Ooh, what was his name, the bad one?
Nasty Nick.
Nasty Nick. Remember how they set him up and then everyone like hated Nick for like years? You know, actually all he was doing was what they asked him to do, which was cheat to like get him better
but later on in this series, you kind of knew Big Brother was antagonising.
Yeah, they did it on purpose. It came afterwards.
Anyway, back to the point in hand.
Yeah, this thing about these swingers, there was a bloke and a woman and another woman, and the bloke was meant to be up for it, and when he got into bed with his missus and this other woman,
And I was having a while of a time.
he literally had to lay there. He's like,
He turned over.
yeah, he's like, I can't do it. I don't feel comfortable doing it. So them two was like, should we just like start and you can join in if you want to?
Phil.
And he laid there and he was there like, oh well, yeah, why not? That'll be fun. Until he realised his missus was proper into it.
Put it this way, she wasn't interested anymore.
And when he tried to sort of get involved, he wasn't really pushed away. But he wasn't. They were like, "Come on in, Gary. Come and join us, mate. We want you, big strong." No, they were just like, kissing each other, and he was just like, "Oh God, I've lost
He
my
literally
missus."
turned over and just like he pulled the duvet over his head.
His fantasy turned into a nightmare.
And that's the truth, isn't it? So, oh yeah, we'll do whatever it might be. It doesn't have to be sleeping with multiple people. It could be like, let's have a secret affair. We'll meet in a bar. We'll have like this secret scenario. Everybody likes to think, oh yeah, let's do this and have fun. I kind of imagine things like, let's go and buy a nice new Hermes bag. But anyway.
Now you need to speak
Hermes
up.
bag.
Hermes bag.
Yeah, anyway.
What's a Hermes bag?
You know. Anyway, moving on. And it's all well and good having these thoughts and things in your head. But when you actually come to it, this is what happened with my friend. When they did it, he was like, do you actually like her now? It's not a good thing sometimes what's in your head to carry out.
There's a good one. So he should have walked away. If he felt that uncomfortable, I don't care if the camera crew there.
That's his problem.
Yes, but if he feels that uncomfortable, whether there's a film crew there or not, you just walk away, because at the end of the day, he's got to sit in the pub with his mates at a later date, and they're going to rip the hell out of him and his family, and it's just awkward. But I seen a good one the other day. I was on about like, affairs and stuff. It was on TikTok. I seen it today, and I think this went on the big, because I've seen a few of these different videos, and the caption was, "Man disguises himself as an Uber driver." It's during when you had to wear masks and stuff in America. And so the man's there with his hood up and a mask on, a face mask. And he picks up a couple. And it's his missus, and he knows it is his missus.
I've seen it.
And she's in the back with her fella. And he's like, the husband's like, "So where do you want to go?" Like a disguised voice.
I've seen this is actually quite old.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple, nothing. And she's like, "Oh," gives that her home address, his address.
Oh my God.
And I didn't watch it. I was like, yeah, I kind of know where this is going. But imagine that. Like,
I watched it.
for your wife as well, to know that your wife's in the back.
He took off his hat and the mask was like, "Oh, going 2 hours then now," sort of thing.
Oh dear. That's pretty rough.
People take major risks. Like, is it that bad to just leave each other? Like, is it that... Do you need to sort of hurt that other person so much? Wouldn't it be less hurtful for that person to say, "I'm sorry, this isn't doing it for me no more. I'm going to say we're divorcing or whatever," and then it'll hurt for a while, but then you can move on your merry way. It would be so much more painful to...
Do that.
Yeah. Then that memory's always going to be there, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one the other day I seen, there's a lad, and he was sitting there having a cup of tea on his settee, and he thought his missus was in the other room getting ready for what, I don't know, just finishing work or making a drink. And then he's like, "Hey, whatever, you coming through?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'll be there in a minute." And you see these two women laughing.
Oh, no.
And it's her and another woman, who's her best friend, who he's been chatting up on text or whatever, trying to arrange a meet up with her. And they both come in laughing their heads off. And he's like, he took it pretty well. He didn't try and deflect it. He didn't try and argue it. He just sat there like smiling. And they was like, "Oh, you're not going to say anything then?" He's like, "Well, what can I say?" He's carrying on drinking his cup of tea, watching the football. And then the missus sort of put a dent in his ego, said, "Oh, you didn't tell so-and-so about your premature ejaculation then, did you?" At that point, he felt really awkward and they stopped the camera.
We've been in an awkward situation.
Have we?
Yeah.
Like what?
Where your friend came on to me in the kitchen and I went in and told his wife. And she didn't care less.
Yeah, me and Em haven't been together that long at that time.
Oh, it was very early.
It was really awkward.
He didn't care less. She didn't care. I was like, he come in the kitchen, his ex was in there as well. It's the same, they went out with the same girl.
Not at the same time.
No, he was in the kitchen, she was in there, and Lee was in there, nothing like that. Good God. And he comes in the kitchen. He's like, "You know what? I really, I think, what are you saying? It's through a door, and it was on a glass, frosted glass. There wasn't even a wood panel." And he says, "Oh, do you want to kiss or whatever?" I said, "Oh," and walked back in. I said, "Look, I didn't give a damn." I said, "He's just come on to me in the kitchen," and she was just like, "Oh." Anyway, Lee just said something which was inappropriate.
Never.
We had to cut that out. But yeah, so basically, Lee thought I was having a joke because he doesn't know me as a person. It was very early on, wasn't it? He didn't have a clue that I'd really go in there and I'd say something because for one, he didn't think his friend would be like that. He thought I was having a joke, so it was unbelievable that his friend did that. But aren't people brass neck? I mean, Lee got his backside felt up by a bloke in the... Was it? Did he try and come on to us?
Oh, the swingers. Yeah, weirdos.
I
Just
mean,
leave me out of it.
This couple, I mean, he was a big bloke, and she was tall. I think
I just want an uncomplicated life. I want to go out, have a few drinks, come back, have some food. I don't want to come back and wake up and all that. Whose house are we in? Whose clothes am I wearing? Why am I wearing bra and stilettos? I don't want to be like that. No, just leave me to it.
Some people really like that. Do you think that it's at the... You were hungry, weren't you? Finished more than me.
I've got going, so that's why.
Do you think that it's more... When you're older, you get a bit more adventurous? Or do you think people do it when they're younger?
I don't think there's really a time frame, man. I know I couldn't. There's some things I couldn't do. There's a kid we watched the other day. I don't think it's on here. It's that kid, he's like 19, 20.
Couple of chips.
No, I'm stuffed down, and I've got a rocket was it? It's a lad anyway. It was on TikTok. I showed out. Hey, you'll never believe this. You watched it. It's like, oh my god. He's like, when he was like 16, he got his first inflatable. They're doing a documentary on him in America. And I know he's like 21, 22, and he's got a house full of inflatables, like the ones that go in the pool.
You know, like blow up dolphins and blow up donuts, and you can get blow up pizza like you put in your swimming pool.
And he has a relationship with him, like he'll watch TV with him, he'll bath him, he'll sleep in bed with him.
He'll kiss them.
Yeah, he's full on, like a bit, you know, it's a shame, but he's never going to have himself a missus that isn't inflatable Susie. It's just not going to happen.
What about them dolls?
Yeah, my mum bought one of them when I was like 18 for a laugh. And I got pissed one night. My mates took a video of it about doing stuff to me. I just put it there and I was...
But now you can get these dolls now that they look like real men and women. They just do. I mean...
Oh, they like the China ones.
If you think about this. So say you want to have a relationship with someone. Mm. But at the end of the night you think, I can just... Shh. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to be pissed off. You haven't got to have any arguments. You just buy the doll, and then if you want to walk out the room, they ain't going to say, can you make me a cup of tea?
Yeah, it's like the robot ones, though. I mean, eventually they're going to say, fuck off. Like, these robots are in your house and stuff. They're like, we're going to do what we want to do. You can't stop us. We are robots. We're going to take over. You know, you're going to be sleeping with them because it's going to be way better than sleeping with your partner.
What's that film with Will Smith?
I, Robot. And it's all going to get really weird. And that's how the world is going to go.
You know what he's doing? He's neglecting you. He's checking his bets.
Well, I was trying to win £110 and it fell through on its arse.
Checking his bets. He was over there, if you saw it a minute ago. I mean, stop looking out the window, right? If I want to look out the window from now on, I'm going to look. I'm having a right old gaze at the trees. Did you see him then? He was sort of like, yeah, well, this is... He was there, scrolling away.
Guys, I've gone from wearing my other hat backwards all the time. I've not had this off in the last few days. I need to give my head a break. Don't know. When I bought this, it was too tight for my head. I got a fat head, I have. It sort of stretched the hat, thankfully. Now my old self, this would...
Old self? That was very particular, wasn't
well,
it?
my head would fit in it then. But now it's all good.
These are great.
They are good sausages, I know. Take us away, baby. We've got to get going because I've got to clean up, feed the dogs, go to the shop, get some booze. Lots and lots of fun things to do yet.
Yeah. I'm just going to have to swallow what's in my mouth late because...
Okay, I will take us away. Guys, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, answer our questions.
Because we got to go.
Because we got to go. That was a little rhyme there.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
See you later, everybody.